Everybody, State Champions Week for 2025 continuing here at the beautiful Bendigo East Bowling Club. What a backdrop that is. There's still a few games to go this afternoon. One of them includes the game you're about to see, Women's Fours quarterfinal between Ovens and Murray and the Sandbelt region. Rinks or skips you can see on your screen, as well as the surnames of all other players. We'll run through them shortly. Joining me is Joshua Thornton. Afternoon, JT.
It's Josh Sam, but yeah, welcome.
Oh, sorry. All right, rightio. Anyway, we'll keep going. There's all the four women's fours quarterfinals underway up on A Green as well. Over the far side on rinks 1 and 2, the two men's singles semi-finals. They've started a little bit earlier, so underway. And on the stream rink here, this is N1 of 15. Give us a tip, Josh, because this looks like a pretty fair game on paper.
Well, let's just introduce the teams first, then I'll give you the tips.
Here you go, because you know them better than me, so far away.
Okay, so from the Ovens and Murray team, it's a team that's actually won this event before, if not twice. I reckon twice. We have Lorraine Smith, Claire Sanders, Anne Miles, and Kylie LAVIS, formerly Kylie Whitehead, as most people know, but now married and is Kylie LAVIS.
Yep.
And they are coming up against the Sandbelt team. It's Nicole McKenzie, Courtney Bennington, Tiffany Brody and Kelly McKERIHEN, who is another formidable side, Sammy.
Both coming off very big wins in their round of 16 games earlier this morning. Quite a few household names, as you mentioned, Josh, in this one.
Yeah, it's not what they haven't won. It's just they've won everything, nearly all of them at some stage in certain things. So, tip. I will make a tip because I like having a crack at this stuff.
Good.
I am going to tip the Ovens and Murray side,
I
Sam.
thought you might go with that way. Well, I'll just go the opposite to be different. Tiff Brody is not someone we've seen a lot on stream outside of the State Champions Weeks, but always finds herself in these sort of events. Playing third here this afternoon. I'm going to say Kylie was on fire in the earlier game.
Did you see a bit of that?
I
was obviously watching the ladies' pairs final.
You know what? If you sit up there where Gary Woodhouse is, you can see everything.
Rightio. Well, when my little stint this afternoon finishes,
I think we might have to go walkabouts.
Well, then I've got to also take a little bit of note.
Okay, never mind. Moving on. Back to the bowls. Good shot here.
Great bowl, Claire Sanders. Funny enough, though,
way for a couple.
Claire and Lorraine normally play the other way.
Yeah,
and
so
when
I asked you pre-stream who the lead was, you said it was Claire. I said, no, this is impossible.
Historically, Claire's always led and Lorraine's played second. I'll go and talk to Gary over there and he'll tell you exactly the same thing. And Gary is Claire's husband.
Oh, right. Beat me to it. Don't worry, Gary, we're not that desperate for a commentator just yet. Courtney forehand underneath. Tell you what, hasn't played this too bad, Joshy.
And here, notice how now we've come. Oh, that's got a good shot.
Result City through the jack. Turns a couple down to 1 up.
I reckon that the fact that we've gone over it now, we're going to see some more kinder heads.
So earlier this morning, rink 7, just shifted in a rink 1 to rink 6. I think you said, I didn't commentate this morning, but the ditch side was a little bit sticky on rink 7.
Yep. Now, as the days obviously dried out too, this green's going to get quicker and get wider.
And Miles, who joined us on commentary in the Victorian Open, Josh, did a good job, mind you. Well,
no, she's always not bad. Now, we've got to make mention, obviously, we're only streaming from YouTube at this present time, Sammy.
Yes,
you forgot to mention that.
I did forget to mention that. So Facebook, a few technical issues, hopefully back online around 1:30. So give it a refresh on Facebook. No promises, fingers crossed. What was wrong with that?
Oh, I just have a bit of a chuckle when I'm commentating with you, Sammy.
Tell you what.
It's not a bad bowl by Tiff. It's 2 shots, I reckon. And we...
I love being so close to the players here, Josh. He says good stuff. You can hear everything that's going on. Same sort of shot.
They can probably hear us, Sammy. They're probably going to turn around and look at you in a second.
Oh, hang on. We've gone from hearing us to turning and telling me off. How's this happen?
Just did.
How's jelly slice?
I had one.
Rightio.
Anne Miles is awfully close here, Sammy.
Got enough weight to get a turn of her own or underneath might work.
Not quite.
Oh, just the speed of the end. Kelly having a close look. Holding one and close for the second shot. Tiff just needs to beat her own, and it'll be enough. Give it a chance. That's two pretty good shots.
Yeah, so the Sandbelt team got a hold of my Region 4's representative from Murray Melly. Yeah, that was actually nip and tuck there for a little bit, 9-6, and all of a sudden they got away from him. And then the Almonds and Murray ladies played Gippsland this morning, and they were always in control in that match. Not having to play the last end, I don't believe.
Kylie first bowl of the match, lining up backhand, trying to look for a turn of their own. It's a nice little port there to sit the shot bowl as well.
Got to have the weight though.
She's going to turn off a little bit earlier than she would have hoped. No change. Still at least the one to the Sandbelt team.
Rightio. Kylie's out on that high line. Is she going to get back though, Sammy?
I feel like she corrected both. It was fat.
Whew.
That weight on the same line as the first would have given it a real good go.
Mm-hmm. So, chance to add for 3.
I think it's only one. You're confident too?
Oh, I thought I heard someone say it was 2. So, that was what I was going off, Sammy. We'll soon find out in a second. One.
Uno. Underway, the women's fours quarter final. One shot the way of Team Sandbelt and one of 15 to be played. As we mentioned, the men's single semi-finals have kicked off nice and early. Joshua, couple scores.
Scores are Cameron Keenan from Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields, 4 in arrears of Nathan Lynch from Northern Gateway,
Oh,
6.
that would have been a real good one.
And we have Tyson Cromie from the Geelong Bowls region, 7, leading William Collarhull. Should just call him Will because that's what
Probably
everyone else does.
Yeah.
5 from West Coast. And I will give you some 4 scores throughout the afternoon.
If you are just joining us for State Champions Week for 2025 for the first time, players at Markers are live scoring these games end by end, so you can jump onto the Bowls Now app or into the results portal. Click on live on the event you're looking for, and all the scores coming through on the one page there. Did you catch the end to the BCG versus the Eastern Rangers women's?
I watched the
last
extra
16
end.
game? Extra end.
Extra
Extra
end.
end. It was a strange old extra end. You know what it reminded me of? The men's fours final. Just a strange old game.
Yes.
Last end, to be fair to say, there was a metre for shot to be drawn. Jess Wallace just comes down with the first bowl, makes it look very easy.
Yes, she did make it look very easy.
They are through. They're on the next door, playing against Anne Draffin's team from the Ballarat Highlands region.
Nicole's second bowl forces Loreen to switch hands and go to the forehand. Still a little bit of adjusting period. These ladies were lucky enough to play on this green in the first game, whereas
They're down the opposite side.
yeah, whereas the other 3 games all played on B green, Sammy. As the day goes on, Sammy, that hand will get
I
wider.
was talking to a few of the boys that played their men's singles this morning up on A Green, and mentioned that it did change a fair bit from start to finish throughout their opening games. Saw last night by the end of that completion of the men's fours final down this what was it, forehand going away. When Trouty drew those two, they
Got
just
wide
went
late.
nearly sideways towards the end.
Still no one really nailed it this year. And yet, Sam. It's quick. Shout out to the Bendigo City Council, who are one of our partners, obviously, this event, Sammy, and as well as our streaming partners in the Dandenong Club and the Moama Bowling Club. And if anyone wants to interact with us, they can. We're getting nothing
Via YouTube.
Via YouTube. We're getting no chats. Anyone want to talk to us? Usually we get
I
somebody.
hope it stays on nothing now. I'll put the shout out in 10 minutes. Bang, 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 bang. You've lost it. Shot bowl coming in.
Yeah, great bowl, Andy Miles.
Geez, you might have
Could have
far
put
enough
two.
for two here.
Close.
There's Tiff playing.
Oh, wait for
Through
the call.
cornies on the back end, maybe.
Yeah, that's on.
Singles aren't bad.
Oh, you just did your own
Have to miss
forehand.
the first one. He'll have a good look at it. I mean, Tiff. Both options.
Yeah, went for the forehand. Coming. Look at it.
Needs to stop moving now.
Not a bad effort.
Fair go.
All right, Ian Miles back on the forehand again. Can she repeat, Sammy?
It's a pretty nice setup. Probably doesn't want to give anything Kelly to work with here. This could come to an annoying spot.
Might force her to play quicker.
I think Kelly likes to look at the back end now, surely.
See, I don't mind forehand still too. It could go either way.
Oh. Do you know who that is or not?
No, who's that, Tim? Is that your old man?
I haven't told him to put anything in.
Where's Moliella? Is that even how
Moliola?
Yeah.
That's between Benal and Wangaratta.
How do I not know that? I'm from that area.
Yeah, fraud. Clearly not.
I'm a fraud. They're strong words.
Half a go here.
Yeah, very close. Going to get the inside edge of hands and
No
poke back
jack.
out the other way.
Oh, and got the other one.
What a
Thank
bowl.
you.
Oh, who was that in the background?
Put a bit of maple syrup on that one. What a shot. And the other one on the way
Yeah,
through.
no, but she got it needed more solid, would have made more.
Mm.
All right, Kylie's on the draw now. First part's all right. Because she gets, and she's close. She's still close.
Needs to stop.
Oh, it'll be second.
Look at it
Oh,
replay.
look. Wow.
Right. All right, let's see what Kel goes with now. If she jumps back over, forehand draw. Trying to draw it cold.
You do.
No
You pull
danger.
off. You pull off a Scottish accent when Michael Stevenson's played. Can you pull off a Canadian accent?
Oh.
Come on.
I need to practice off mic. I don't think I can. Are there any Scottish players on the green?
Nah.
You just change the stream rink halfway through. Do Canadian people say great bowl, mate?
Don't they say 8 all the time or something like that? 8. 8. Afternoon, Brenny Ryder. The rink is ripping sideways. You are not wrong.
That last one it probably doesn't. Well, maybe it does change Kylie's shot. She almost has to be around.
But if it's only one, if Kylie's and Claire's bowls are second and third shot, you could go the pink bowl. And you've got the jack too.
Are you going the pink backhand? Like searching to give yourself a chance to get the jack all the way through as well?
That's probably the better chance of getting the pink bowl clean, if you know what I'm saying. Whereas if you play forehand swing, you're
probably getting it through your own, which could end up in a bad result.
Yep. And we've just been told Facebook's back up and streaming again. We have fixed that technical issue.
You're welcome, boys.
It was all me.
Hey, girls.
Just letting you know, it was all me.
I used to stream on Twitch, so it had to be me.
Rightio. She's playing forehand still, Sammy.
She'll back herself to draw this.
She's more than capable. She is going
Not
for
drawing it.
Oh, that's going nearly. Oh, geez, that could have got ugly twice. All right, and the indication was 1.
1 again. So
2-0.
2-0 after 2 ends. We'll get some more scores from the other games that are happening. Just A green being used this afternoon. Day 3 of State Champions Week for 2024. Nathan Lynch has snuck out to a 10-4 lead against Cameron Keenan in the semi-finals of the men's singles. And Will Cole has hit the lead. It's a close contest between him and Tyson Cromie. 9-8 is the scoreline. Pretty close to a minimum length here, Joshua.
No. Rightio, let's get some ladies or women's fours updates. Okay, we're 1 apiece between Eastern Rangers and Ballarat Highlands after 2 ends. 3-2 in favour of Geelong over West Coast after 3 ends. And it's 1-0 after 1 end in favour of Yarra over Metro West.
Quite a few of these women still going in the fours on Champion of Champions duties tomorrow, Josh. I think at the start of the draw there was close to about 6 of them that had qualified in the fours and Champ of Champs.
Can you repeat their names right now?
Kelly, Kylie, Andraffin, Tris Dawn. Might be in a bit of trouble now in the last 2.
Yeah.
Can you help me or not?
No, I don't know. I just wanted to see if you could tell me.
4 out of 6. It's not bad.
Is anyone else having trouble with sound? I don't know. Can anyone hear us? That's coming from Facebook. I've got a question from Marion Hargraves. Are the Eastern Rangers still in? Yes, they are. They're on the rink next door.
Start up.
They defeated Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields in an extra end this morning in the round of 16.
The original roll of this jack had to be sent back. Didn't quite make it to the 21, so...
Distinct difference in strategy now between the two teams.
End.
Yes.
And it hasn't quite found it.
Not yet.
Comment from Jay Thornton, Joshua.
Was it Jay Thornton or Jordan Thornton?
Jay. Kylie's the best female bowler in Vic.
Oh.
Geez, it would be a long discussion / debate if you had it.
She'd be in the conversation.
In the conversation.
World champion. Australian squad member.
Got the runs on the board.
Yep. She's up there. Jordan probably played pennant against her this year and got belted by her, so that's probably why he's saying it. Well, he definitely got beat in the grand final by Wodonga, so we know that for a fact.
We do. So Sandbelt with a couple of ones on the opening few ends.
No bad
Still
volley by Claire.
just trying to find the pace, and especially back in this direction where you can see, I'm not sure if it gets picked up in the cameras, but it's quite dry back towards this end, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Courtney with pretty handy pace with her first one. Forehand draw.
Yeah, she's very close with this semi.
And gets all the way up to it. And that's pretty handy correction for one. Same shot on for Claire. Joshy, what clubs have been represented in the Ovens and Murray teams here? I know it's they've got the region tops on.
So Lorraine and Anne are both at YMGCR, or Yarrawonga Mulwala Golf Club Resort.
Right.
Claire has left there this year to go to Yarrawonga Bowls Club, and Kylie's Wodonga.
Just was a little bit quicker and misses out. Actually replaces where her last bowl sort of was. So one down, but a pretty good setup. Probably needs to get one thereabouts here. Just to run as far as she can.
Tiff at Keysborough these days, isn't she?
Yeah.
Looks like a Keysborough uniform to me. And you've got Courtney at Clayton, Kelly at McClayton, and Nick's at Dandenong.
DC. So Sandbelt holding one. And Miles. Sit bowl for three. Trail jack for three. All happening.
Actually, you're nearly trying to jack for four.
No, if she gets it all the way through, then yup.
Just on the high side with the first one.
Yeah, see if her pace sort of keeps her thereabouts, I think. Okay, plenty there.
As I would say, Sammy, that's another one in the catching pen.
Tiff closer here.
Yeah, best results get in front of those bowls and flop them back in.
Doesn't want to get the gap. Oh,
Nah.
that's
Yeah, very
back
good.
down. So covers slightly and make sure of two.
You
Go something a bit different.
Go firm if you wanted to and get them both. Marianne, who is in the Eastern Rangers team, that is, I know who it is. Give me a second here.
Ooh. Jenna Regan, Vicky Smith,
Karen Morgan,
Karen Morgan,
and Jess Wallace.
Jess Wallace.
Well, I like the intent, Sammy.
I sort of half missed the call. I didn't know if
I didn't hear the
it was
call,
that
but
much or not. But I guess without waiting, like there was plenty happening if she was into the head. Sandbelt holding two on the crossover. Ovens and Murray. Plenty in behind the jack. Is that right? Call the bowls.
Kelly's looking. I reckon if she could just drop in front of Claire and Lorraine's bowls, it's a really good bowl. Still, and as one of her teammates just said, good home.
Got confident draw. She played a bit more aggressive. She tried playing aggressive with her last bowl, and I thought she might have drawn it.
Reasonably firm. See, I still say on this side of the rink, the in-between shots are hard shots. You're better off dead drawing or going more or less straight at it.
Just just stays on. Kelly holding 2. Can play this confident. All she doesn't want to do is slice the jack down the line and she's okay.
Played it well. She's going to slide in here for another one, Sammy.
I'm going to slice the jack with that weight. That's
Nope.
number 1. Well, that might make Kylie's mind up now. Get to score after 2 ends and 3 down here.
What would you do, Sam?
Whatever hand I can play weighted shots on, which is only 4-hand these days, large.
Just played backhand. Close. It's got to hang on now.
Hurry up.
Ooh.
When you said close, I thought it was underneath. And then when you said close, it started to hang a little bit. Just missing. Probably missing on the wrong side. I want to go the bowls. Jack was the bonus. So 3, first number for the game, and Sandbelt have won all 3 ends so far, this 15-end contest. It's the women's 4s quarterfinals coming to you from Bendigo East, and the weather has not missed yet, Joshua. We're into day 3. Sorry, Josh.
Well, see, the only reason I am Joshua, but I only get Joshua from a mum if I'm in trouble.
Well, you've been in trouble a few times today.
By who and how?
Ray.
Does anyone care what Ray thinks?
I do, personally. Yeah, yeah. North State Carnival, Joshua. New home for it in 2025. Around the Shepparton area in over 60s. I've mentioned it a few times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Entries already surpassed what we had for 2024 and increasing. Still open until the end of the month for the over 60s Carnival. So if you haven't got your entries in, make sure you do that ASAP. Links can be found on the Bowls Victoria over 60s Carnival website.
So we're 5-zip after 3 ends at the moment.
Couple scores in the men's single semi-finals that are happening on the far end of A Green. Up here, Nathan Lynch continues to lead 12 shots to 7 against Cameron Keenan. And Will Collahole and Tyson Cromie locked a piece at 11 and 11 all in the race to 25 shots. Cameron told me during the break that last night his round of 16 game, he was on 20 and holding 2 and picked up 2 and then went to shake hands with his marker and the opponent. So that's how well Cam's going. I think 25 up for both state singles and champion of champions.
Afternoon, Barry. Not sure where you are at the moment. I thought you were going to Hong Kong today, so I don't know whether you're on a plane or whether you're at an airport at the moment or what. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just ignoring you bringing up one of my many nicknames. Barry's on the plane now. There you go. Must be flying
Where's
first.
he off to? Hong Kong?
Hong Kong. Must be flying first class. Got all the, perks. No one's really nailed it yet this end, Sammy.
Yeah, I think McKenzie's opening the lead pole remains a shot, and then after that, it's a bit of a raffle.
All the nicknames are coming out now in the chat.
West, you called the Ocean Grove boys Geelong West, didn't you?
Yeah, I did because of
Mickey West.
Yeah, that's because I got caught up with Mickey West being in the rink.
Days, you're on form. That was a good commentary moment, by the way. You backed Mickey West to draw a front noser on N15 before the end had even started, I reckon. First bowl comes down, bang.
Yeah.
Little did you know what was about to happen next.
No, I know.
Unbelievable.
Right. Tiff's on the mat. The closest bowl's probably still 2.5 feet away.
Which wants to stop here?
And it's the closest.
That'll be the boss.
All right.
Forehand for Ann Miles, who's had to really find it. Drew a good shot last time coming this way, and
Good weight again. Everyone's just
Still got
missing
them in
their
trouble.
line. They're playing good weight.
unders.
Everyone's, look, I hate to say it, from sitting here, it's always easier sitting on the sidelines, but
Correct.
everyone's pinching their grass. Whatever you think the line is, throw it a fraction wider.
Kelly's asking for this one to hold on as well. Actually, Kel's probably spot on there. Actually gets to a spot where it splits up all these three back ones if there was a bit of a cheeky super trail.
I just reckon at the moment, Owens and Murray just need one, reset, and build some momentum.
Yep. Heaps of ends.
Don't go chasing shots, just draw one. That's a better hot line, and it will come from there, or on the speed. Here it comes, Sammy.
Needs to go now. Oh, it didn't
Just
really
like
get as
2
far
feet,
as
didn't
you
it?
thought it was going to. With that line, you just assumed it was getting all the way back down to it. Speed has cost it in the end, and it's still, we're saying 2 to the Sandbelt girls on the crossover, so again they hold, and back Kelly to draw another one here.
Let's do some score updates from across the green with the women's fours.
Kell underneath the line, just needs to beat the last bowl of Van Miles, and that's in for 3. All right, Coley follow down on the backhand here. Just getting caught on the wide side. Probably more down to pace than anything. What's Kelly looking at here, Josh? Nothing's really changed apart from her last bowl that's now in for 3.
Yeah, look, it
Gap
doesn't
side
matter.
to side.
Yeah, I like the gaps too. Yeah, I think I like that. Forehand for her, draw around those shorter bowls, and if she beats the back white and blue bowl, it's nearly counting and in a good home.
So for those including me, or no, not including me, saying why doesn't he just stick on the same hand? What's the thought process in leaving the backhand the way it is?
I just don't
Likes
like
the way the angles and the gaps are set out there.
Yeah, I think that's part of it, I reckon. Just leaving the holes there. Force them to play a real good shot. You play the backhand again and close it down, all of a sudden it might be easy to get shot.
Chances. Get up past the front.
Yeah, she's counting.
Well, that is well played in, and here's 4, and big shot now required for Kyle LAVIS to keep up and Murray in touch.
Big bowl here.
He's got the pace.
I'm not convinced.
Okay, so Sandbelt girls are on fire here. They're not on fire, they're just playing it 10% better and sort of each position, and that'll be 4 shots. Yep, it is. So it's 9-0 through 4 ends of this one. Place in the semi-finals. Up for grabs. And as we have of every completion so far, I'll give you the score updates from 2 pretty big games in the men's singles semi-finals. Nathan Lynch, last time we checked, was in front. I reckon there's been a dead end over there. It's 13-7 the way of Nathan. He's just picked up an extra end as well. So another score to go on there. And the other semi-final, Tyson Cromie back in front now, 14 shots to 11 over Will Culhole. 25 shots to win that one is required. Yes, Josh? Oh.
And in the other women's falls quarterfinals, we have Yarra 5 leading Metro West 0 after 3. Geelong 5 leading West Coast 3 after 5. And Ballarat, Highlands and Eastern Rangers 2 apiece after 4. Singles all around there, Sammy.
Mick Clark, best bowler out of you two, JT or Sammy, discuss boxing glove emoji. I'll say you, that's fine.
What'd you say?
Mick Clark says best bowler out of us two, JT or Sammy, discuss. You.
No, it's not a discussion.
Yeah, done. Next comment. Never mind, maybe not. All right, 9-zip after 4. It's a hot start. The Evans and Murray ladies just not really finding it. Apart from the last end they play when they're able to stretch the length out a bit, these short ends just not really finishing in great areas. Sort of missing the line under as we talked about.
I reckon it's, again, maybe the green's probably got a little bit quicker than the Samoa. We know it has, and it's probably crept over 16, and they're just not finding their range yet. There's Loreen.
There we go.
Got the jack down the
That's
line.
better.
That's much better.
What do you got yourself?
Another roll.
I'm okay. Thank you. If he's ever going to say no to a second roll, have a look at you. You're meant to be on a diet.
Who said I was on a diet?
Hope Kel's not watching.
Please, she doesn't watch bowls.
Smart.
She despises the sport.
Oh.
Rightio.
Hamza Murray holding one for now.
Claire Sanders out on that high line.
Pace was pretty good.
All right. Claire's weight wasn't bad the last one. She just needs to narrow it fractionally, Sammy. And I think she's overdone that. She doesn't want to knock Courtney in. Ooh. Rightio, here comes Tiff Brodie. Not too bad. Not too bad. Ooh, just down maybe. Just run on a fraction. Again, I reckon Anne will be looking just to beat the bowl in Nicole McKenzie's out on that wide side of the hand she's playing. Drop inside it. As Anne keeps rolling. Yep, that's in. Well done. It's their best end so far. All right. Looking for some weight already. And she's not far away. She doesn't want the hole. Oh, I can see it coming from a yard out. It's just found that hole perfectly. I'd suggest the green's running between 16 and 16 and a half, based off what I'm looking at.
How's the long ball fitted through that gap there, Joshy?
And here comes Ann Miles adding another one.
Okay.
That's good.
It was needed. That's a large target.
The hole is not there anymore, Sam.
Jack, bowl.
Morning. Warren said morning. It's morning for him because he's joining us from WA, but it's afternoon here. Kelly hasn't had to play with any aggression yet, has she, Sam? So she doesn't mind having a go if she needs to.
This will be forehand. Fast.
It's got to hang on. It has.
Might get the
Close
jack
the jack
here.
at
Might
the
nose
pit.
it. It knows it all the way. Thank you.
Did you just
Great
read
reaction.
Yeah, Kylie's.
Yeah.
I read her lips then.
Yeah, great reaction. Just like, oh, we finally sort of had a setup. We were right to go, and just nods her head, being like, yep,
Not even.
fair shot.
Do you reckon it's capable of being drawn?
No, I don't.
No, you don't reckon?
No.
She's just playing for second now.
Yeah, get second and then Kelly misses out. Practice bowl. Don't think you're getting close enough to draw that one off.
I think you're just trying to get a good
We'll have
second
a look.
for
Josh, you got
starters.
the camera. Is that camera going to pick up the bowl and the jack in the ditch, Josh, or not quite?
Waiting for him to pivot down.
Oh, it's a long way down there. Kylie's actually speed is quite good. I reckon even if you hang over the edge,
I think hanging over the edge, you shot.
yeah, you reckon? Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably are, yeah. All right.
Kelly's just waiting for the rink next door. Oh, no, what they're doing is they're actually checking the bowl to see if it's in or not. I didn't realise it was that close to the peg.
Sure, from this angle, that's out. What are you saying, in or out, quick?
In.
Oh, no way. Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's a pretty handy second shot, actually. Kylie from draw to drive, trying to add in a second. Is it getting there?
Just trying hard. Not quite. Maybe this is where Kylie's got a free hit to try and get one on the plinth.
Yeah, if it goes in, doesn't matter now, does it?
Mm-hmm. You just don't want to knock the pink one in for a second.
Oh,
You'd be spewing.
don't say that.
Seems much quicker. Am I right about that?
Not overly.
No.
Tell you what.
Oh,
You're right. It never really looked like pulling up. A fair crack, but once again, Team Sandbelt, just with all the answers in the opening 5 ends, they win another end, just a 1. That'll do nicely. Puts them into double figures. Murray yet to score. 10 zip after 5 ends. 15 to be played in this women's fours quarter final. Once again, we'll get around the grounds for you over in the men's state singles. This is semi-final stages. We've got Cameron Keenan up against Nathan Lynch. Nathan's led most of the game, and that's nearly a game-high lead, 16 shots to 9. And in the other semi-final, Tyson Cromie leads Will Cole 16-12. And Joshua, who's usually given me the other scores in the women's fours, is been distracted. So I'll get there for you. Eastern Rangers 5-2 against Ballarat Highlands. That's after 5. Geelong 8 shots to 3 after 6. That's against the West Coast Ladies. And Yarra 8-zip against Metro West after 4. Those games, of course, 15 ends. Trying to think, last night when we commentated, you're going to have to either hurry up or relax and tell me what you think. Last night in the Fours final, whether the heads were closer going back away from the clubhouse or back towards. Because I feel like at the moment they've been slightly tighter going back away from the clubhouse in this game. What was it last night? You reckon it was the opposite? I was going to say, we only commentated the last probably 4 or 5 ends. Find me a sub-commentator. I'll just go disappearing for half an end. All right, another lead. Able to jump on at number 6. What do you got now? That's a pretty good starting point with the first bolt. It obviously pulls up short of the jack, but the way it's running at the moment, bolts in the hair are actually pretty handy. Knock-up zone, if you like. Close to sort of 2 feet out on a good track. Sanders looking to follow down. Stover playing it. Just having a look at the schedule. 2 more streams to come tomorrow. The first one will be confirmed in the not too distant future. It'll be the men's singles final. Winner of Cameron Keenan and Nathan Lynch to take on the winner of Tyson Cromie and Will Cole. Tyson Cromie and Nathan Lynch currently in front. Still a long way to go to get to 25. And Courtney with a little bit of assistance off her teammate's bowl. Maybe it was all part of the plan. In for a couple. Forces Claire Sanders into a change of hand. Up past the front will nearly do it. Well, it is their closest. Tiff Brody with a nice draw shot on here. It turned out of Courtney's. This is Nick's lead bowl out on the wing. She needs to release a little bit. Trying very hard. Okay, just getting more bowls. Not really on it, just more in the area. Up and down for shot at the moment. And Miles' forehand draw. We said last time in this direction, JT, they just needed 1 to get them going. Well, since then they've dropped a 4 and then dropped a 1. I think they need a little bit more than a 1 to get them going.
Still take the 1 though.
Won't be enough this time. And Miles,
Well done,
here
Ian.
you go. It's a nice chance still in the backhand. Tipsweight was pretty good to draw it. No less, can sit the last bowl. Plenty to work with. So releasing in time. Crash her own.
Right speed.
Heaps thereabouts. Chance here for Ann to double up. Holding one after the last.
Yeah, something similar would be great.
Yeah, the pace was good. No change by the look of it. Still looks like the one. I have Armins and Murray, even on the rare occasions where they have held, including last end. Still been a good shot on for Kelly most times, hasn't there? Including here.
Absolutely. Do like your call, Sammy. Not getting down in time.
Second one was similar, just held off a touch with the extra speed. Got it surrounded.
How many of the next ones I got, Sammy? 3, 4?
Yeah, I'm just interested to know what the wing bowls on the left-hand side, including the last of Claire's, whether that actually cuts a few of the second shots out.
All right. Kylie's trajectory is not too bad, just on a speed. She just hasn't found her speed this game, has she, Sammy?
Yeah, not quite. That was one of the first times where she hadn't really been down or under a lot of pressure as well. It was almost a...
I reckon they
not
got
quite a free hit, but it almost
but
was in a sense.
still 2 or 3 feet for second shot, just about.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. Because you can roll the pinks over in for shot too. Definitely better line.
Oh, a tighter line. Oh, can play. Oh, has it got it far enough? I'm not totally sure it has.
Needed a bit more of it.
Fair correction to keep pretty much the exact same speed. And Miles having a close look. Locks it for one.
Just got to try and navigate her last
find a
bowl.
path and have good speed, and then sort of keep fingers crossed you can find a road.
Well, again, the first part's all right. Yeah, well done, Kylie.
Fair correction on the board. And Miles, I think, locks it for two. Bowler's hung around. Tiff Brody will put the tape on to confirm. Guy's going to wonder up by... Wonder what they'll do with the mat, Joshy, because they need to get their side going.
It's definitely team meeting side at the time if it was me. Have a little congregation and work out what you want to do. Clear plan coming out of this little chat. You probably got to win. What do we got? 9 ends to go. You probably got to win
Plenty
six.
of time.
Yeah, but you probably got to win 6 or 7 of them though to win the match from here. Leads and seconds have got to set you up a bit better. Put the pressure on the opposition. What, are you going to give us some single scores or four scores?
I'll go 4 scores
Yeah,
first
so
because that's what I've got up.
You're doing it all,
on
are
my
you?
phone. Oh, well, go on then.
No, I'm done.
Wow. After 2 o'clock. Knock-off time for you.
Well, the next race is not far from starting.
Eastern Rangers 6, Ballarat Highlands 2 after 6 ends. Geelong lead West Coast 9-3. That's through 7. And Metro West still yet to score against the Yarra Ladies. It's 11 shots to 0 after just the 5 ends. And in the men's singles semi-finals, last we heard Nathan Lynch was leading. Continues to. He's on his way. 18-11 over Cam Keenan.
Ooh.
Tyson Cromie with a game-high lead. Leads 20 shots to 12 over Will Cullerhole. See that final tomorrow morning, around 9:30 a.m.
Not a bad starter from Lorraine Smith. What?
I just don't like leads changing over after they've actually finally sort of found one there. I think the last one's in a bad spot, though. What? Is that true?
No.
Did you win a region title in Owen Hem or
Yeah,
not?
I did. Won the region pairs and finished third in the state that year.
All good players have won region pairs titles, mate.
Yeah, I
How
know
many
where
have you
you're
won?
going. No, I was actually trying to work out. I was trying to work out whether I'd
I've
won.
won so many I couldn't work out what region it was in.
No, I was working out whether
Here
I've
he
got
goes.
the full card.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got a region singles pairs,
Tick,
triples,
tick, tick, tick.
fours, and championships.
mixed?
No, I've never played it.
Never lost.
Good bowl by Claire.
Helping for Sandbelt team. Another one thereabouts. Still one down. Claire was quick with her last. Landed Lorraine's bold hang around for 1. So a tight track.
Tied to the pink.
Well, it's held on a fair way and gets a little touch of the pink and probably
Counts.
2.
Counts. Courtney's not far here, Sammy.
What a shot. And runs up in behind it as well, even better.
Nice bowl.
Nice bowl shot. Shot by Andraffin next door. Drives Jess Wallace's bowl out for 2.
Did see that.
Eastern Rangers leading 6 shots to 4.
Anne's not far away. Get a little bit of jack movement herself. Oh, the wrong way. Still 2 seconds, Sammy. Still chances.
Stiff result.
Perfect speed. I reckon you're right. The heads have been better this way. There's no doubt about it. The way we're playing right now.
Well,
Good bowl by Tiff.
that changes the head.
Tell you what, if Sandbelt control it first themselves, they've got Courtney's and Nicole's right behind a foot. Get it first. She doesn't like it based off the body language, Sammy. What about looking?
Sits that. Now what?
What if you're the Ovens and Murray?
More
You go
aggressive?
for the bowl, and then they've got the back 3, 4 nearly. Loreen
Well, the
and
last one
Loreen.
sitting Claire's nearly makes it. The best 4 back, depending on where it gets to. It's sort of
You could
hard to
get
get
it
the
through
jack
the-
all the way through.
could you
but
get
it's
through the
worth a
hole?
few.
Afternoon, Sue. West Coast is currently 3-9 behind after 7 in the game against Geelong in the other women's falls quarterfinal.
Golly forehand, giving herself a chance with the speed. Not sure about the line.
It's a little bit passive for me.
No, I tend to agree. So what can Kel do to try and change it up first? Forehand draw or run for cover?
You try and trail it first, Sammy.
I think they're
There's,
trying to
you trail it 1
cover
foot,
it
2
first.
foot.
I think she's leaving that the way it is. Which you think gives Kylie... I know she's missed her first one by a distance in the end, but...
You trail it
still
first,
too
though. The
big a
shot's
cut,
gone.
Too big a
and
target. Sandbelt leading 10-2 and in control, holding 1. Kelly's going to look for a bit of cover here, I think.
Yeah, she's got the backest. Not getting down in time, Sammy.
Yeah, right. She sort of played, what do you call it, sort of passive weight before played. It's similar speed to the first attempt. Trying to, a little bit difficulty finding the line with that sort of speed. Kel, get back to the draw. I tell you what, just want to slice the jack. Oh. JT, what's happened there?
Oh, I think she might have gave it away.
Oh, I just thought she hadn't. I thought she'd stuck with it. Not the time of the game to be doing that. All right. So they pick up a 2 the previous end and they get a little bit of fortune, but that's how the game of lawn bowls go sometimes, Joshy.
It happens, Samuel.
1, 10-3. Still a comfortable lead at this stage after 7 ends of 15 played.
Tyson Chromie isn't far from checking out over there in that singles semi-final. 23-12 as it stands, Sammy.
I honestly think the margin for the last 45 minutes to an hour has been 7 shots every time I've hit the refresh button. Nathan Lynch still leading Cam Keenan, 19 shots to 12. Should we get a guest commentator? We got a third headset here.
Nah.
Well, you're not doing much. We're about to sub out though, aren't we? Anyway?
We're not far from subbing out.
All right. Viewers happy. What are you looking at here? Ovens and Murray records? Oh, yeah, you're not. Have a look at him. Jordan, this is your fault. So, JT, if we go back to the year that I was born, not quite. You're old now. Oh, so this is different sort of playing areas, is it? Without
They
Ovens and Murray?
were divisions back then.
Right, Ovens and Murray West. For Coral Services in the year 2002-03 season. Josh, that's over 20 years ago.
I know.
Come on, man.
And we won the region pairs that year. I was going to screenshot it to my brother because he's an idiot.
He doesn't look miles away here. Getting down to the jack. Oh, almost. Last will be the shot. It's a good save.
Seven in 8. It's gettable. It's very gettable.
I think if they win this end, it just puts it back on the scoreboard a little bit. Even just a 1. Sandbelt team just thinking about it a little bit more. Ovens and Murray gain a little bit of confidence. To be honest, right now, if either there's an opportunity still for either front end to jump on, dominate the game here. Claire Sanders close here. Wants to hold to the jack now. Well, good shot. Good areas there. Holding a couple. Where's Nick's McKenzie's first bowl? That's past the jack, just out of the screen.
Nothing close again. Oh, sorry, I rephrased it. Nothing really close again.
There might be after this one.
Till this bowl.
Going to work off.
A little bit of assistance.
Enough for 1. Oh, he doesn't miss. He's pretty good. Got carried by the great Johnny Payne. Oh, that's pretty impressive.
He's kind of looked it up himself.
Yeah.
All right. Courtney played a really good way to bowl. Got a little bit of assistance, but she was in the area. All right. Tiff be looking at here, Sammy, I reckon, from the forehand. Just around Nick's bowls, and if she beats the 2 white and blue bowls of Claire Sanders, is a good home too.
Definitely around it.
So, let's see what they finished there.
If Anne can draw, it's just sort of short. I actually don't know if it's in for another or not. No, it wouldn't be. Only 1. Anne can get a couple more seconds here. Might give Kylie a look at the bowl. If she draws the shot herself, is all good.
And if Kylie didn't stand in the way. Close for shot.
It is, and it's 1 in a few. Yeah, similar sort of shot or change over here. Forehand, they've got their own on the way in. Backhand clear path. They've also got, you know, maybe shot bowl on the way in to turn up as well.
Fraction quick, Sammy.
Wants
So-
to beat the back ones. Doesn't. Up and down for shot. Was Kelly indicating 1 down there?
I didn't see.
It was sort of a bit of the one finger but to the side doing these ones up and down.
It's one of these ones that said you're not 1 up, you're not 1 down, you're 1 it's a measure. Who are we getting tagged out? Oh, we're definitely getting tagged out by the one and only Tony Sherwell.
Chief eating.
Chief Eating Officer.
Anyone else he can find. You've got no mates. What are we waiting for here?
And we're waiting for someone to come down and bowl. That's what we're waiting for, but
Yay!
Oh, here he comes. Stiffy.
Hey!
Stiffy.
Stiffy. All right. Kylie?
We've pulled all the weight. We've done over half the match too, Sammy.
we
Just
have
remind them then.
Well over 4 bowls more. Forehand underneath. Get their closest out. That'd be an aggressive shot.
I'd wait to the last ball before thinking about
She
doing
is
that.
going forehand. She must be after it, Josh.
It's a call and a half here, Sammy.
Tell you
and
what.
She is close.
I'll call them, you play them. What a shot. How good's that?
That's a great bowl.
How many has she made?
I reckon 3, 4.
It could be as many as 5.
I don't know if the two white bowls, both white bowls beat the other white bowl.
Have a look at the head. I know we're down the opposite end and it's a long way away. It doesn't look close, huh? That's close to a handful.
3.
All 3. All 3.
Come on, you're getting a bit excited. Oh, it's the first time Kelly's been under pressure all match.
Backhand draw, 3 down.
Quick.
Yep. Unless it hits the jack.
Whoa.
Oh, at that speed, if it flicked it sideways, it could have brought in the two Claire Sanders bowls.
Right. Kylie's just trying to add another. If they hang on to this number, the game would have swung.
All down to the speed.
Quick as well. How quick though? Yeah, it's in the count, Sammy.
Absolutely flying into the count, and that'll be 4.
Rightio. Probably got to drop a yard off her last. Here we go.
Handy track again. Looks better.
Does look better.
Looks way better.
Looks massively better.
Can play.
There we go.
Can play.
What a bowl.
4 down to 1 up.
Oh.
8-shot lead, 11-3 after 8 ends. JT, we've got business to attend to. Everyone enjoy your afternoon of bowls, and we'll catch you back tomorrow morning.
Afternoon, Troy. Nice to look at the work experience kids out of the commentary booth. Apologies on behalf of Bowls Victoria for those two peanuts.
Yep, we can return to normal viewing.
Yeah, someone who actually talks about bowls, not about JT's lack of region titles.
Some pretty handy bowls going down here, and Kelly McKERIHEN having played a couple of pretty big ones in the last couple of ends. Drawing shot there, driving the jack in the ditch.
Yeah, superstars on both teams, and how nice is it that Kelly McKERIHEN sitting in the skipper's chair, 4 down to 1 up on her last bowl.
In the form of her life too, so she's one of the hardest players to beat in the world. Hence why she's world number 1.
Yeah, spot on, Clarkey. Unfortunately, I think it was negative before Troy and I got in here. But
yeah,
anyway, onwards
we don't take the rising IQ as an achievement, really, do we?
Could have gone backwards from the two before us. Back to action here. That's the bowler, McKENZIE, out of Dandenong Club, leaning up for the Sandbelt 4.
Against this formidable of Ovens and Murray team that are not unfamiliar with finals in this event.
No, been there many times before. Represented Victoria at Nationals, though Laureen Smith will be a bit mad at herself there, just promotes up. The bowler, McKENZIE, he's Courtney Bennington on the mat.
If you believe in superstitions or numerology or whatever you want to call it, it's their year to win it because they won 21 and 23. So the odd years.
Very odd. Courtney just probably 4 or 5 yards through with that one on line. Back to Claire Sanders, recently named as leading for Australia in the over 60s to play in Cyprus, and that is why lovely draw bowling and the Henselite XG's dialed in.
Very, very experienced draw bowler is Claire.
Yeah, been a strong combination, these O&M ladies, for many years in all disciplines, but as a four, they really are spectacular. Quite often played the other way with Claire leading and Lorena's too, but
Yeah, I feel like that's a new change for them.
yeah, not quite sure why, but works either way. Both very good players. Court's just a couple of yards through, no change. Still O&M holding one. Yeah, two nice bowls from Claire. Sanders just a touch through as well, but pretty much on the centre line. Tyson Cromie is through to the final of the men's state singles. He's accounted for Will Collier 25-14.
So for the Tyson Cromie fans, you will be able to tune in and watch him first thing tomorrow morning.
Yes, nice and early on a Sunday with a bit of daylight savings. Well, when I say early, it's not that early. It's 9:30. It's a bit of luxury, actually, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you get an extra hour's sleep too.
Perfect.
What are you going to do with that, Tony?
Use it. Yeah, give a good opportunity for the dew to be gone off the greens tomorrow morning. So we picture perfect conditions. Afternoon to you, Unch. It's another nice bowl from another Australian over 60s representative, the great Annie Miles. Great to see Tiff Brody back bowling.
Sure is.
Just missing slightly. Lovely attempt. Using the Henselite XG as Tiff Brody. As is Annie Miles. Warren Fair-Jones from Collie and WA saying we're an hour closer to them. That's true.
Good time to fly to them then if it takes an hour less.
Well, this is true. Just
And
blinking you there.
men's fours has already been run and won in an extra end in the final by Mornington Peninsula yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, they were our first crowned winners of state championships for 2025. Of course, played here at Bendigo East Bowling Club, courtesy of the City of Greater Bendigo. The other men's singles semi-final still going on the far rink from here. Cameron Keenan for Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields trailing 15-20 to Nathan Lynch of Northern Gateway. As Kelly McKerrihen sends down her first. Using a pink Taylor GTR.
There's no target here. Oh, what an attempt.
Misses by a whisker. Not sure if it's second shot I favour. It's still two. But
Yeah, I would think too.
Deb Bates is paddling this match for us. She'll give us an indication when she can. In a very similar uniform to the Ovens and Murray ladies. So
She
it
blends in.
there quite well.
Yeah.
And this is world champion singles player Kylie Whitehead, all-round extraordinaire, Jackaroo. Now, of course, Kylie LAVIS. Been recently married. Nice effort.
Oh,
Turns out the Kelly McKerrihen bowl. So if there was any doubt before, there's certainly none now.
It's just wanted the inside of that. She would have run in for three.
Actually, the wind's almost calmed down a little bit from what it was earlier, Troy Boy.
I
Nice
think,
conditions to
I
be playing.
think this green's a little more protected than the other one too.
Could be true.
Oh, two good efforts from Kelly.
Yeah, she's a star.
Important one here for Kylie to add.
She using her own bowl here, Troy Boy, or just inside
Yeah,
of
if
that?
she get inside it, would be preferable. She's still a chance to get hers on not count.
Weight looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, that's going to be enough.
What a
Well
shot.
played.
It's a warm round of applause from both players and spectators alike. They pick up a 3.
Very handy 3, doubling their score. Bridging that gap to 5.
Other matches on, of course. Women's fours quarterfinals. Eastern Rangers leading Ballarat Highlands 13-4 after 9. And Troy Boy.
I can get the next one for you.
Thank you very much. It's West Coast v Geelong.
Yes, Geelong leads 14-5 after 10. And the next one is Yarra 12-4 up on Metro West after 8. And you got the final one there, or that's it?
That's it. That's
yeah,
the
I'm
4.
thinking that's only 3, but of course
Yeah.
the fourth one being our stream game.
Right in front of your nose.
It's usually the case. So ask my mother.
So 9 ends gone here as I fix up the scoreboard. I lead 5 shots. To the Sandbelt 4, 11-6.
Great opener by Lorraine.
If you've just joined us, this is BVTV State Champions Week for 2025. Women's fours quarterfinal action brought to you by Moama Bowls Club and Dandenong Club, who power the stream so very well. This is Lorraine Smith on the mat. Terrific individual. ITO, very, very good player. Former president of Ovens and Murray region. Always involved, always happy to help. Sits on Bowls Victoria's Officiating and Laws Committee. And now has the best back. Touch through, but it does stay up, so not out of it. $15 matches, no time limit. Picture perfect day of bowls. Well played, Nick McKenzie. Little touch on the jack. Michelle Macklin on YouTube saying bowling Nan. Go O&M. Who's Nan? Is that Lorraine, is it?
Not sure.
Bit of good fortune there for Claire Sanders. Crashes into a front bowl. It's the bowl of Lorraine Smith. So
Courtney looking to land that or turn Nick's bowl up. She's close. Doesn't want too much of it. Oh, just got slightly too much of that bowl.
yeah, either side of that inch was really good.
Yeah.
Bowl full was good, or jack was
Yep.
very good. Still, not a bad home.
Gives them 2 seconds.
This one just sailing a touch for Claire Sanders.
Yeah, she'd be disappointed with that one. Would have been happy to get behind, but just overplaying that one. Well, you spoke too soon, Tony. A bit of breeze come up and knocked the water over.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Courtney's
Courts is playing with a bit of purpose here.
She's playing it with more. If she gets under that, she'll get it. Oh, she didn't want the edge of that.
Not far away, got the same edge of the same bowl.
Turns that Nick's bowl into the ditch, and being a toucher, it is alive. And Miles wanting to get another one in the head here. Pretty good.
Yeah, nice bowling.
Might not be in, but
Aussie player.
third shot's good.
If you any chance of getting down to Bendigo East this weekend, you will see some brilliant matches. We're here until Friday. And then, of course, City v Country on next weekend.
As is the under-18 state champs.
Yes, starting Sunbury Bowling Club. We're into school holidays now here in Victoria.
I don't get those anymore.
No, it used to be a good life, didn't it?
I know. People ask me if I miss teaching, and I go, I miss it a lot in January. Oh, she's close here, Tiff Brody. What a shot.
Sits the shot bowl out.
And falls in front of the jack. Does everything but touch it. Oh, no, she did touch it.
Just a little kiss on
I
it
didn't
at
look
end,
on
I
the
think.
screen. I was watching that one live because it was so good to watch. As we see it come to
just
rest.
a little feather on it.
Now, all of a sudden, give them first and third.
She is a very, very good player, Tiff Brody. There's a child here watching today. Took a little bit of time off bowls. Still played a bit at club level, but former state player. In fact, there's a host of state players. If you look across this screen, it's scary the amount of talent out here.
It's scary the amount of state titles these 8 have got. I'm going to count them up because we've got them on a sheet here.
I'll come back to you in half an hour once you finish counting them.
And I'm not counting Vic Open. I'm just going to count
Just state titles.
state titles at Champs Week.
2 very, very successful foursomes out here battling it out. As Annie Miles makes her way back down to the mat. Troy doesn't quite have enough fingers and toes, but he's
I've done it, but I didn't want to talk while this bowl was coming in. Oh,
good effort. Just missing.
and finishing behind, which is good. What's your guess for the number?
Across all 8 players?
8 players, state titles, so not Vic Open, not indoor, just at State Champs Week.
Having not seen the figures and at risk of making a bit of a fool of myself, I will say...
Well, that's why I'm asking you.
I will say we'd be above 15.
Correct?
So far, so good.
Yep.
Speaking of so far, so good, nice little spot for Tiff Brody. The jack's going to come out.
Very
sort of
good,
head in
yeah.
that direction.
2 crackers.
You want me to get closer to that, do you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say 19.
Are we playing higher or lower here?
Sure.
Higher.
Wow. My favourite number, 23.
Higher.
You're kidding. 27.
27.
Oh, I got it. There you go.
20
Got it in 5 guesses.
In 3.
27 state
27.
titles among these 8 players. It's ridiculous. Who's got the most?
I think it would be Kylie.
Well, be.
Kylie's only got 7.
Needs to hold on that line and
Oh,
does.
she's got it.
And Jack's out of bounds. We'll set up again. We'll replay this 10th end. You could see this one just holding. Edge of the bowl. Spits the Jack straight out of bounds. Well played.
Put it this way, between you and Kylie, you've got 7 state titles.
I've always said that. I often introduce myself as someone who shares 7 state titles with Kylie LAVIS.
I used to do it when I was privileged to play a bit of pennant with Johnny Snell. We've got, I think it was 2 or 3, I can't remember, Commonwealth Games titles between us. or Commonwealth Games medals, sorry.
Yeah, I've used
And
that
if
one a
John
few
had
times myself.
done a bit better, we would have had more
That's
between us.
Yeah, Snelly let himself down. He's
Yeah.
Troy down. Yeah, Vic Open titles. I hazard a guess that they'd be well into the double figures as well.
Let me count them up.
They don't always play the Vic Opens. Kylie Whitehead in that group. Tiff Brody hasn't played a heap of them in recent times.
Yeah, I've got 7 listed because a lot of these ladies don't play Vic Open.
How many has Kelly got?
I've got Claire Sanders with 2, with a pairs and a triples.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Kylie with none, which tells me she doesn't play them.
Yeah.
I've got Callie with...
I would have thought Kelly would have had 4 or 5 on her
I've
own.
got Callie with 2.
No, he's got to be more than 2.
Must be more than 2. We'll blame our...
Who's doing this research?
We'll blame our R&D department.
Someone's going to get the DCM letter. Just kidding. Well done to our team of researchers. About 30 people sitting in the back room just punching out spreadsheets.
I'm visualising all the monkeys on the keyboard there. Of course, the viewers got to enjoy this game with 2 of our monkeys, the first part of it.
Yeah. They've certainly gone cocoa bananas. That's for sure. Yeah, not a bad home for Nix McKenzie. Good enough for shot. I don't think it'll be shot by the end, or certainly the jack won't stay there and that be shot, put it that way.
I'm going to call this bowl will be shot.
Claire Sanders with
such
a
a good
devastating draw bowl. Well, you're going to need a bit of jack movement, Troy boy.
Yeah, just
Let's
a
not
touch
say it's
over.
out of the equation. Score update from the men's singles semi-final. 24-15 the way of Nathan Lynch over Cam Keenan. Cam Keenan with his last bowl. He's already holding 1 by the looks. So he lives to fight another day. It'll be 24-16, we would imagine. Courtney Bennington just missing her line slightly, but never lost when bowls are behind.
Let's just see the correction here from Claire. Looks to be a better weight here.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I should have said that it would be the bowler that would get shot, not the bowl.
Yeah, you've gone off a little bit early, Troy
Rookie
boy.
error.
Correct.
Nonetheless, Kylie and crew will be happy with that one.
Never seems to get too flustered, does Kylie?
No,
Very
definitely
businesslike.
not. Good weight here from Courtney.
And just cutting that head again slightly, but as you say, weight was very good. A few one-sided matches in these women's fours quarterfinals. A couple of only 9 ends gone though, so
This being the closest of the 4.
don't forget you can follow along all the scores on BowlsLink. There's Annie Miles and Claire Sanders, the combination we've become very, very familiar with, holding 2.
Just building a target.
Yeah, a little bit, and Tiff Brody does have a reasonably good runner.
She
so
does, and she's been asked to play it.
I hope I haven't put the commentator's curse on her. She's a heck of a bowler.
I think you have, Tony.
I apologise, Tiff.
And unfortunately, they got the back one out.
Yeah. So now their closest bowl is that one in isolation of Courtney Bennington's. It's 1 in 5.
Ideally, Anne wants to turn her own bowl. Just change this and tidy it up. Make it 3 and take the target away.
Can't really get to the other hand with that bowler, Nix McKenzie. Is that correct, Troy Boy? Or could she get under that and try and get the jack back?
You could, but yeah, it's probably a legitimate shot too.
Yeah, well, she's just... I thought she had that lined up. Not lost where it is. Tiff Brodie, does she go again?
I think so. No.
Back to the draw.
Only one bowl in the head, so and she need to get a bit fortunate here, and she did. I think we're going to see that shot that you were looking at now, Tony. If she can piece that jack, they've got all the bowls there. Turn, whose bowl is that? Turn the Claire Sanders bowl or under it and turn Tiff Brodie's out. I'd like to see her play a couple of metres away, just to the ditch.
Yeah, I think Kylie just, a little team talk then just signalled that. So other scores in these women's fours quarterfinals for Champions Week of 2025. Geelong leading West Coast 16-5 after 11. And just as I start to say them, a host of bodies get in front of the scoreboard, so I'll come back to that.
Yarra Metro West 12-6 after 9.
And Eastern Ranges Ballarat Highlands is also 9 ends gone.
Okay.
This bowl from Kylie LAVIS.
Needs to get down. Can she get a piece of that jack?
It's good.
Oh, she's missed it by millimetres.
Kelly just trying to work out.
Look at that on replay. Any piece of that jack, it's going exactly
So
where they want it to go.
That final score, Eastern Ranges leading 13-4 after 9 ends against Ballarat Highlands. That's on the rink next door.
Ballarat Highlands, I think, will win this end because they're holding 1 and Anne Draffin's got last bowl.
And Cam Keenan continuing to pick up singles against Nathan Lynch in the men's singles semi-final. Still trailing, getting closer, 17-24.
Kelly's going to put another bowl in the head, but it doesn't change this shot.
Perfect.
Still got all the bowls on the back left of screen.
She's only got to be a millimetre narrower than her first. Maybe less than that.
Yeah. She is tighter.
She's touched too tight.
Well, she might get the bowl. No.
So no change. Still not exactly sure who's got shot here out of the Tiff Brodie bowl and the Claire Sanders bowl. What do you think, Troy Boy? Tiff Brodie?
I'll go with Tiff.
All right.
Just, it's not, the other one's closer to centre, but it's just got its nose in front.
Well, I'll go with Claire Sanders then, just so I've got something to rib you with later on.
Is that what we're having for dinner, ribs?
I don't think so. It might be bread and dripping the way we're going. I don't know if this one's got the speed, does it?
No. Bit wide as well.
So no change. We'll find out who gets the glory.
Are they going to measure? No.
I think they will. I think they do the finger thing and then go, yep, let's measure anyway. No. Annie Miles has seen this play before. It's 1-2 Tiff Brodie for the Sandbelt 4.
Well, the ribbing is coming the other way.
10 ends gone. The quarterfinal stages. Champions Week, women's fours actions. Sandbelt pairing, Sandbelt 4, I should say, leading 12-6 after these 10 ends.
Can you see the jack on that far?
Yes, it's just directly in line with the middle Cam Keenan bowl for you.
So does that mean Cam's holding 3?
I'm not sure with the Nathan Lynch bowl at the back.
Right.
Certainly holding 1. It's either 1 or 3, put it that way.
Not 2.
Not 2. No. Can't be 2.
Okay. And he's short here, so it's not 4.
Yeah, nice opening bowl. Nick McKenzie. She's been pretty good.
Yep. Very handy.
Battling a hip issue as well, so well done to her.
Afternoon to you, Baz. Yes, Bendigo East greens are as expected. Always good.
Speaking of bowls royalty, a number of state titles himself, the great B. Lester.
Not just Victorian ones.
No, well, that's true. He's got them all. He's got Queensland titles, got national titles. I imagine he had a couple of club titles to his belt, maybe even more. Some international stuff, not much the great Barry Lester hasn't done in this game.
As we were, I don't know if he was listening, but I did mention his mentor not long ago in Johnny Snell.
Schnelly.
Talking about
Baz's nickname.
how many Com Games medals we had between us.
Cam Keenan picked up a 1 on that far ring, so it's men's singles semi-final action, trailing 18-24. Picked up the last 3 ends against Nathan Lynch, all singles.
Lorraine just crashing into her own. They're handy, but those Nick's McKenzie bowls are in very good home.
I'm very curious as to why they changed this 4 from Claire Sanders away from lead.
I didn't realise until they
No, I will
actually lined up and played.
ask them afterward just for my own curiosity. Claire Sanders, of course, picked to play lead for Australia in the over 60s series coming up in Cyprus later in the year. I think September, October or thereabouts. Alongside Anne Miles, her teammate, Chris Young and Tony Chavello. There's 4 Victorians in the Australian team, so well and truly represented. Of course, our over 60s women have been dominant for the last few years, 3 titles in a row. Our men picked up the title and a silver in the last 3 years. Always make a very good account of themselves.
Get to the bowl. Well played, Claire
Nice
Sanders.
That's why she's leading for Australia. 2 down to 1 up.
And that's why she's playing 2 here.
Curious.
That bowl there.
Well, yes. They knew that bowl was coming.
Yeah.
And they picked the side. Little gust of wind every now and again here. We see the odd loose bowl. Could
Close
be
here,
the
Courtney.
explanation. Nice bowl, Courtney Bennington.
Oh, she gets the
just
outside of it, but it's very handy.
second shot.
Change of hands now for Claire. She's got her own and that last bowl to sit on. Yes, it's pretty good too. It's not quite going to get down enough, but it's a very good effort and a very good home down near those Nick's McKenzie bowls.
A couple of funnies being told at the head end. Courtney and Kylie and Kelly having a bit of a giggle.
Courtney's and Kelly's enough of a combination to do that.
Not unusual with that lot. Always played in good spirits.
Oh, Tiff Brodie just on the outside. Similar bowl to Claire's last.
The winner of this match scheduled to take on the winner of Eastern Rangers v Ballarat Highland. Eastern Rangers leading 15-5 after 11. And then Geelong leading 16-8 over West Coast after 12. The winner there will play the winner of Yarra and Metro West. A match that sees Yarra leading 13-6 after 10. And Nathan Lynch gets some nice applause from the crowd as he accounts for Cam Keenan 25-18. Which will see a final of Tyson Cromie and Nathan Lynch.
How good's that for a final?
Ay. That's a talented game.
Tyson being a current state player and Vic Open pairs winner, and Nathan Lynch is very, very successful Premier League skip and
Former state junior.
got to be not far off that state senior side.
Yeah, and the two boys actually, just as I look up, Tyson Cromie, the first one to go and congratulate Nathan Lynch on his win against Cam Keenan, and now congratulates Cam Keenan on his efforts. I expect to see a good match in that final tomorrow morning, around 9:30 on
Close.
BVTV.
Yeah, good shot here from Annie. She's a drawing machine.
Well, it's a case of deja vu all over again. Bowl of Claire Sanders and Annie Miles sitting in for two shots.
Yeah, 2 peas in a pod. So you talk about 4 of the Aussie over 60s being Victorians and 2 being from the same town.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. That's one of the reasons that Ovens and Murray's been so strong in the women's competition for many years. They put together some very good rinks like we're seeing here today. All very accomplished players. What's the Cartman comment too? I never got to the bottom of that.
Oh, that's from...
How many nicknames do you have?
2.
Stiffy, Staff,
Too
Cartman?
many.
I'm sure there's others.
That dates back from... That was a... Maddie Flapper gave me that one. Back about 25 years ago.
25 years ago.
Yeah.
You would have been early 40s then, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I was...
Oh, sorry, I carried the one. I shouldn't have.
I was in my 6th year of Year 12 then.
Can be tough for you, 12. Kelly McKerin. She's down a couple on the head. Needs to hook in now.
We just can't quite bring it to you, but it is a little wide.
One of the problems with 4s, a lot of bodies in the road.
Kylie would love to add another one, but she doesn't want to sit at Jack High. She can just get into that pack. Just wants it to run.
It's kind of nuisance value, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's going to see a little more weight from Kelly now.
Yeah, she's got a very good drive on her, Kelly. Got the 2 best backs, don't they?
Who's the other pink?
Courtney Bennington. They've certainly got at least 2.
Oh yeah, Kelly's the other pink.
Tiff Brody
Yeah,
could be 3rd, but I wouldn't bet too much on that.
not going super quick, just with being outnumbered in the head.
Wants it to turn by that body language. Not over, but nope.
So Kylie, has she blocked herself?
Sounds very similar to a saying you were doing last night, which can't be said on air.
He's trying to get me in trouble here.
Nope.
I don't need your help. Don't know if this is out far enough.
No, I think it's probably one of those ones that...
Oh, she
tell
did.
you what,
Oh, no. That's disaster, unfortunately.
That's head in hands type stuff.
Yeah.
2 up to 2 down. That is a big turn in this match.
Yeah, that would have put him within 4, and now it's 8. That's that old adage. When you're down, be up. And when you're up, be wide.
Special comments from Troy Stiffy Cartman Stafford.
Oh, jeepers.
I forgot Staff in there too. Just didn't have enough time. Had to shorten it. Yeah, well, rest and reset, recover for Kylie. Even the best can have a little moment every now and again.
She does.
14, 11 ends gone.
She does have enough experience to brush that aside, because
Certainly does.
someone with less experience, I think that would play on them. Possibly the rest of the match, but at least the next 1 to 2 ends.
Yeah. Other women's fours action, quarter-final. Geelong skipping away 19-8 over West Coast after 13 ends. Eastern Rangers leading 15-9 after 12. And the board on the Yarra Metro West match just being updated as we speak. Thank you very much, Denise Huenda. 14-6 after 11 the way of Yarra. So if it stays the same, it'll be Yarra v Geelong and Eastern Rangers v Sandbelt. But still 3 and 4 ends left in some of these matches.
Yeah, great opener from, or second bowl, sorry, from Nix.
Shout out to the volunteers here at Bendigo East Bowling Club. They've done a terrific job in these first 3 or 4 days of state championships, and they'll continue to do so right through until Friday, another 6 days from now. Whether it's getting these fantastic greens prepared or doing all the catering, work behind the bar, the cleaning, they all do a terrific job. It's a core group of volunteers here that helps a community club like this be as good as they are. Lovely bowl from Courtney Bennington, just gets up a little bit to the jack, spits it out in the open. Unfortunately, a worse position for the jack, but still holding 2. It's difficult with Laureen and Nix McKenzie having similar bowls.
Just going a touch here. Claire has that ability to nail her line so consistently.
Yeah, she gets down very, very low. If you watch her after her delivery, she stays down the whole way. Not a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, good correction from Courtney. That's the one to beat. Three the way of Sandbelt at the moment, but not for long. Don't think it'll be shot, but it will. Oh, it's come back a long way. It is shot. Jeez, that came back sharp.
Yeah, a little left-hand turn at the end. It's good enough for shot.
Turn left at Albuquerque.
You haven't seen the scary bit yet, Troy.
Oh, my goodness. If you look to the left, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right.
Someone's let the kids back out.
And they've just had some red cordial too.
Oh, goodness me. Claire Sanders with the shot bowl, 4 seconds for the Sandbelt team.
3 and 4 or 4 or 5? Doesn't matter.
Zanny Miles should be looking to sit the Claire Sanders bowl through or come just underneath. Just wants to hurry this last little bit. Yeah. Favour that's, it's just fallen out. Probably second shot, if not third.
I'm going to go and say it's 2.
That's the voice of Troy Stafford out on a limb. Well, it may have been 2, but it ain't no more. Tiff Brody with a shot ball.
You reckon that shot?
Yes, yes I do.
I think it's Claire's. Yeah, it's still Claire's according to Deb Bates. Got the best view in the house.
I just wanted to be right, just once.
I thought I was wrong once, but I was wrong.
There's a word for people like you. Funny.
It's actually a compliment coming from you.
You're welcome.
Oh, don't move that. Just
Just so much finish on these greens, which is fantastic. I mean,
yeah,
just
particularly
perfect.
later in the day.
Yep.
So it was a little dewier this morning. Not still beautiful, but just a touch slower and not quite as wide. But as that dries out, it gets quicker, but it really gets wider.
Yep. We saw that with that bowl from Annie Miles there. Ordinarily, you'd sort of pick that to stop probably 2 feet before it did.
Well,
Just kept going.
that Claire Sanders bowl, how far it turned at the finish.
Eight shots the difference, Troy Boy. 4 ends to go. Now's the time for the O&M ladies to get their skates on.
Yes. I'm sure in previous campaigns that they've won, there's been games where they've been in trouble and got out of it.
Yep.
Whether it's at this level or whether it was through regions and things. So you never know. If Kelly sits this bowl and gets a little edge on the jack, she'll make, that's made, possibly made 2. Certainly got the shot. Little flick and moves that jack.
Can it be more than 2?
Can be, but it isn't.
Oh goodness, I walked into that. Oh.
You said it just before Deb put the 2 paddles up.
Got to learn to hold my tongue. Just for that extra second. Shout out to our umpires here today. Paul Moller doing the action down this end. Rodney Bates doing the action down the other end.
Tough shot here. They've got Claire's bowl at the back, but depending on where it goes, there's a Sandbelt bowl down there too. So nothing looks really set up to make a number.
No, it's all the wrong side, and the hand she needs to play is fairly well blocked up. So
She does have to get that pink bowl off the jack, though. Wonder if she can get them both. She's got one.
Yell out both.
She nearly. Yeah, if she'd got a bit more of that, she could have got that white one as well. Does it give him a couple of seconds now? Problem being, how do you get down? Problem 1 being, how do you get down to the white bowl? And problem 2 being that Kelly's still got another one to play here. So they're looking at not just what should I do here, they're looking at what's Kylie going to do, because they know that Kylie is going to be trying to get more than one, because if they go out with ones, they can't win the game.
Yeah, it's getting to that stage where the O&M ladies need numbers.
Yeah, so that's where they're looking. There's a couple of Ovens and Murray bowls back left of screen, and that's where they're looking to cover.
Geelong have accounted for West Coast and the first of our women's fours semi-finalists.
And the one next door's tightened up a bit. 15-10 Eastern Rangers over Ballarat. 2 ends to play. Ballarat ladies have picked up a few shots in the last few ends.
Plenty of width here for Kelly McKerrihen. Won't change.
Okay, she was ideally was trying to get past that. If she was around that, she was in the perfect spot.
So all the pink bowls are away. Annie Miles and Nick's McKenzie's bowls are very similar, with the one 2.5 feet behind the jack is Annie Miles. Going back a bit further than that is Nick's McKenzie. So there's really not a lot of opportunity for numbers, as you say, Troy.
There's one triangle. I always look for triangles. 3 bowls, if you can get it into there. There is a triangle almost directly back and just to slightly left of screen.
It's a big triangle.
Yeah, but I just don't think she'd have to. If she's playing this forehand, she'd have to sort of back cut the jack. If she's underneath, she can land that shot bowl.
I think you've used all your trigonometry skills there.
Yeah, she's played the weight to do that, but unfortunately she had a more of a draw line.
Looks to be some indecision over what the shot is here.
It looks to be 1 to Sandbelt, doesn't it?
I think so, yes. This will be the close one.
Okay, they're looking for the 2 now. They've got the 1. Now they're greedy.
Greedy. That's the ball. Courtney Bennington or Kelly McKerrihen.
I think it's only going to be 1.
It is.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Okay, so that's now 9 in 3. Getting tougher.
Have you ever shaken hands early, Troy boy, like before it's mathematically possible? Just thought, you know what, it's just not our day.
Not in a game like this, and the only time I've done it was recently, and I wasn't the decision maker to do it. Was Division 1 this year. We played Layla in the section final, and we were 25 behind with maybe 4 ends to play. So the decision was made to shake hands. As I say, I wasn't the decision maker, but realistically, we weren't going to make up the, you know, it was one of those ones where I think 4 6s we probably still would have lost. But certainly not in something like this. I wouldn't do it. If I was 8 down with an end to play, I'd still be playing it. You know, you don't get, the chances are ridiculously slim, but you've earned your way to be here. You're at a state championships and you throw everything at it. And if you can't win, make your opposition, try and make your opposition earn it at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tony, we've now played 1,112 ends. So the ladies are a little tired.
I wonder why I was exhausted.
It's been a big game. We've just, Tony, when you let Tony on the computer, he's now just indicated we've played 1,112 ends.
I have the fattest fingers going around. I can't even type in an Excel spreadsheet. I think I'm just going to excuse myself. Sam, you want to come and do these last couple of ends?
Oh,
I can't type.
No. What does the world come to if you were doing that?
Well, I mean, in fairness, I was only on 7 ends when I got in here, so I did about 1,100 ends.
We've done our fair share.
Oh, boy. (15-6), 9-shot lead, 12 ends gone. If you've just joined us, this is Champions Week for 2025 here at Bendigo East Bowling Club. Now, thanks to the generous support of the City of Greater Bendigo, enables us to bring 9 days of state championships action. All the disciplines, singles, pairs, triples, fours, mixed pairs, and the champion of champions. Scores across this screen, women's fours quarterfinals. Yarra leading 16-6 over Metro West, 12 ends gone. Geelong have accounted for West Coast. Eastern Rangers leading Ballarat Highlands 15-10 after 13. And our stream drink here, 15-6, the lead to Sandbelt over Amundsen Murray, 12 ends gone.
Courtney drawing the shot. Claire close, but I think probably still just down. And they're not worrying about that. They don't care even if they're holding and they give the shot away. If they put a second bowl in the head, then that's very useful. That's what they've done. Oh no, it's turned enough that they're probably still holding, but either way, it's just about getting bowls in the head and bowls in good areas when you got this sort of a lead with only a few ends to play.
Yeah, you don't want to change what you're doing too much. You want to get in a little bit into protection mode, but I find you try and change your system too much when you're leading 15-6.
No, it's
Can't
just
result in it getting close.
it's just that you can afford to give a shot away to add a bowl into the head. Bowls in the head more important. I mean, they generally are anyway, but at this situation, definitely more important.
That's the Henselite XG of Tiff Brodie. A lot of Henselite bowls on this particular rink. We got about 5.
5?
Of the 8.
Yeah, 5 of the 8.
Henselite, of course, strong supporters of Bowls Victoria and the Victorian Open in particular. Fantastic event over the last couple of weeks down in the Gippsland area. Record numbers again this year, Troy Boy, up some 20-odd% on the year before.
Yeah, and I think record numbers of viewers too.
Yeah.
The standard of the games was unbelievable.
Yeah, we are very lucky to have such talented bowlers here and even from all parts of the world attending the Victorian Open.
Another one at the back. Won't go astray. So they need to replace this pink bowl of Courtney's, turn that out and stay in the head.
Annie wanting this one to cut in hard.
Or a little
It's a
trail on the
lovely
jack would be
track.
good too.
Well played.
Turns it. Oh, nearly turned it fully out. Has made one.
Get some applause from her opposition skipper, Kelly McKerrihen. Knew that was a great bowl.
That blue about a yard past is their bowl, isn't it? That's Lorene's bowl.
Yep.
So Kylie can afford to get a couple of turns out of Annie's last bowl or underneath and turn the pink out and make a number.
I think before she gets there, Kelly McKerrihen's going to try and hit this bowl and spit the jack out a couple of yards to the waiting Tiff Brodie bowls. Lines up to head that direction.
Yeah, she won't overplay it. She doesn't want to get the bowl, their own bowl out of the head and run away, but she can afford to give it a chance. Looks to be more on a draw type weight. Look at that. Gives them 2 in the head now. I think the only option now is to turn Annie's bowl.
Just going to have to be up through the pink bowl to get it to turn without moving the jack.
Yeah, I think better to get it on that forehand, try and get it clean through the jack. Yep, that's what they're looking for, a metre through Claire's bowl.
A little bit of comedy happening a couple of rinks over with Gail Edwards and Alison Hall having a bit of a giggle.
Needs this to hold. Even if she could kick one pink out would be handy. Oh, that's made 2.
Yeah, it's Maybe not the way it was designed, but it works.
Unorthodox. We might see more weight here from Kelly.
Yarra women's fours continuing on their merry way. They pick up another couple of shots, now leading 18-6 after 13 ends.
And this one next door's tightened up again, Tony.
Certainly has.
Another-
Ballarat Highlands on the charge the last couple of ends. Troy
Another,
Boy.
another 2 to Ballarat makes the difference 3 going into the last end. But Eastern Rangers not unfamiliar with this tight matches because they were 1 down last end last game and ended up in an extra end.
Certainly did, and a clutch bowl from Jess Wallace. Getting them through. Here we go. Kelly McKerrihen just
Off
a touch
target.
wide. No change there. So what does Kylie do? She put it in her pocket?
No, definitely not.
She needs numbers.
She's got to draw another. Forehand.
Does she have any demons from before when she was holding a couple?
Okay.
And gave it away for 2 down.
No, she's too experienced to worry about that. So they are changing to the backhand and beating the back one. But must play this bowl.
Just putting it in her pocket's probably out of the equation when is there 7 shots the difference or so?
Nine.
Bit more, 9 shots the difference.
7 as it lies. 6 if she can draw another.
It's got some extra pace.
It does. It's going to be the 2, I think.
Couple of shots going the way of Ovens and Murray.
Just hanging in.
13 ends gone, 2 ends to go.
All right. Lorraine needs to set them up here. Just going a touch, but in a good area. A metre past on the line.
Equation pretty simple for the Sandbelt 4. Pick up 2 shots. There's no need to play the last end. For the Ovens and Murray 4. 2 ends to pick up 7.
Oh, needs to keep running. So just needing to get a couple in the head and then cover all options. If she's under, she's good. She might trail a jack. Yep. Very handy. There's now a bowl in the way on both hands too. The Ballarat Highlands team are holding the 3 that they need to tie this up. One bowl left for Eastern Rangers before the changeover to the skips. just a bit overplayed. So on the crossover, Ballarat holding 3 for a tie. Eastern Rangers couldn't go to 2 extra ends in a row, could they?
They certainly could, but you know what they've got, Troy Boy? They've got the ice in the veins of Jess Wallace.
They do.
Drew it cold in the opening round of 16.
But Ballarat has Anne Draffen, who's in scintillating form, who could draw another 1 or 2 herself.
A former Vic Open singles winner and Victorian Bowler of the Year.
Yeah, good one from Courtney. Yeah, equally replied by Claire.
What a ball.
So Eastern Rangers are 4 down now. Jess Wallace's first bowl. They're watching it. What were you talking about? Jess Wallace, 4 down to 1 up. Draws a back toucher.
Little ice in the veins from Jess Wallace.
I've had the pleasure of playing alongside Jess for 6 years when I coached Lilydale, and very, very good, particularly on the draw.
Yeah. For Eastern Rangers fans, it sits right behind the jack, narrowing the options for Anne Draffen, who's on the mat now. We'll let you know what happens on the rink next door.
This is Anne's last bowl, so if she doesn't wrestle this back to 3, that match will be over and Jess won't need to play her last bowl.
Draft's got to play with a little extra weight.
Needs it to turn, not
She's
going
gonna
to.
miss to the side and they'll shake hands as a victory.
Hey, look at
Eastern Rangers 16-12 after 15 ends.
Annie Miles drawing around the short one and counting for 2.
And I reckon that's 3 ends in a row where Claire Sanders and Annie Miles have had first and second shot, Troy Boy.
Yep,
They've a powerful combination. So 2 teams are through to the women's fours semi-finals. On one half of the draw, Geelong are through. They'll play the winner of Yarra and Metro West, who are on their last end. And now Eastern Rangers through on the other side of the draw. They'll play the winner of this match. We're streaming now.
Tiff, can she get one of them out? Yeah, that's handy.
A very good player.
Very, very handy. This is where it's getting hard because they're not just looking at how do I get shot, how do I draw another. It's, I don't want 1, I don't want 2. They really want minimum of 3. Sounds obvious, but the more you get this end, the less you have to get on the last end.
That makes sense. Yeah, Mel Fuller on Facebook saying Jess Wallace played awesome in her first game today. Amazing to watch shot turnarounds, and that's a sign of a good skipper. Players have shaken hands on the Yarra Metro West rink. So they didn't update the scoreboard in the last couple of ends. It was 18-6 after 13, so a comprehensive victory to the 4 from Yarra. They'll take on Geelong. That's one half of our semi-finals. The other half, Eastern Rangers just through moments ago. As it sits, they'll take on Sandbelt. Never over till it's over, Troy Boy.
No, and if you... These are probably 2 of the best that could make something happen, but 2 of the best against them.
That's the issue, isn't it? It's very hard to make big numbers. They've got the quality to do it. When your opposition has equal quality,
and
it ain't easy.
It's not set up to make a number. They're matched well, the Sandbelt team. They've got 3 seconds. The only thing is they don't have the back, so I think they've got to get this jack back. Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's looking for the jack.
Ditch weight.
Can it get down enough?
They hook hard.
She's got
late.
it.
Oh, gets the jack through any miles.
Didn't
You are a
quite
star.
go as far as they wanted it to.
No, she holds one.
But it does open a bare jack trail for Kylie.
Yeah.
Low percentage, but
Close-ish to the boundary line. Also opens up the kill.
don't know if this
one coming
one's
back?
getting back. No, I don't think so.
You're all over it. Troy, Stiffy, Staff, Troy Boy, Cartman, Stafford. I'm sure how many nicknames you're allowed, but they're growing in number.
Especially when there's troublemakers around.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
No comment. So I think she's got to trail the jack. She trails the jack. That dark blue one is theirs.
Yes, correct.
So she trails it
They've
to
got
the
the
back
four back
left.
bowls,
Yeah,
yeah.
she makes 5 if she gets it right. You got to take those risks with the scoreboard the way it is. And she's going for it. She's close. Oh, what an effort. Wouldn't surprise me if Kelly doesn't even try and draw the shot here. If she just tries to trail the
Run
jack.
it in the pit.
Yeah, maybe, but I would actually just try and trail it so that if you miss, you cover their trail. If you try and run it in the pit and you go in the ditch,
Yep.
the opportunity is still for them to make 5. If you play a yard over, trail it yourself, and if you miss, you're past, you take away their option.
I like your thinking, Troy Boy. That's why you'll hear an expert comments on BVTV. Troisy.
Oh, there's another one, yeah.
Hang on a minute. That's 5.
Yeah, she wants it to run a bit more. That's a
Yeah,
very
that's a
good
lovely
bowl.
home.
Yeah,
Well
that's
played.
excellent.
Counts, limits the options for Kylie LAVIS.
So she could play it a little quicker, trail the jack, and land that bowl of Kelly's.
There we go. Kylie Whitehead. Kylie LAVIS, I should say.
Under the line. Off that and
No
nothing.
change. Kelly McKERIHEN now has a bowl to ice this match. Holding 1, which puts us to an 8-shot margin. If she can draw within probably 2.5 feet, she
She will.
happens to be under, she can promote the other pink bowl.
And if she doesn't, the Evans and Murray team would need an 8 on the last end to tie.
Seems easy enough.
Should be.
I mean, they've scored 8 in the first 14 ends, so. It's a bit runny.
A touch. But she's got room.
Oh,
Don't think so.
she's got semi-ice in her veins. Kelly McKERIHEN, her first bowl, did all the damage.
Yeah,
though.
that was the damage anyway. That it, made Kylie play a completely different shot. Instead of trying to just get that trail, she had to trail and land a bowl, and so she had to play it with more weight. Whereas the first one, she didn't miss by a lot.
Warren Fair-Jones asking, is there another game today? That's the last on BVTV. There is a chance we'll play another match. We'll just look at the schedule and check the clashes. What do we have started tomorrow morning, Troy Boy? Obviously, we've got the final of the men's singles on at 9:30 on our stream.
We do, and I'll just tap in here on my phone.
Semi-final of the women's fours will also continue, but we'll have a new event starting as well tomorrow. Events over Champions Week go for 9 days, the Baker's Week, as they say.
From memory, I think it might be men's triples, Tony.
Mons Tropples, so that would make sense because former greenkeeper here, Tonks, is in practicing.
Tomorrow
He's through in
being
the men's triples. Lovely opening bowl from Nix McKenzie. She's been pretty good today. Little touch at a start.
men's triples will be starting tomorrow afternoon.
At 1 o'clock or
Yep.
thereabouts.
Yep. So there'll be a men's singles final in the morning. Will be our stream match, and then in the afternoon will be a women's fours final. So both matches tomorrow, same as today, will be finals.
And for those playing at home, don't forget to get your entries in for the State Novice Carnival and the State Over 60s Carnival. And for those who are eligible, the State Under 18s. The Novice played in and around the Shepparton area. The Over 60s, Barham and surrounds. And the Under 18s, of course, Club Sunbury. All those events open for entries on the Bolswick website. Nix McKenzie really has put the pressure on this Ovens and Murray team.
Well, that opening bowl of Lorene's means they've got to, probably from Clare, start trying to kill. They can't get an 8 now on this end.
I think you're right. It doesn't often happen. And I've never quite understood why.
What haven't you understood?
That they're not starting to try and kill now.
Yeah, I think they've got to, like, that second bowl of Nix's is not on the line, but it's close to it. But you put another bowl on the line and you start running out of opportunities to kill it.
Yep.
They've got to look for it. And especially now, the two bowls of Lorene's are fairly far apart. Sandbelt don't need to get near it. Should be better off getting on the line.
Well, she's done exactly that.
Yes, she has.
You're welcome. It's one of those funny things. There's so many options. If the Sandbelt team can start driving Ovens and Murray bowls off the rink, they can leave plenty of gaps. They really don't want to get too close this jack and give options for it to be killed.
In terms of practice, Rhino, you can practice on green C, but I would need to check conditions of play actually, because I don't think you can on the day of play. So you can practice this afternoon on green C, you can practice on green B.
I think they can practice green C if they're not playing on green C, if that makes any sense, and we won't have any matches scheduled there, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I just think I read something in conditions of play the other day. They're in the office.
Yeah, Courtney Bennington going a blocker straight up the line. I reckon she's landed almost right on it. Well played. Again, we're seeing Claire Sanders just drawing though. It's a little bit of extra purpose, but well, it sits 2 bowls in behind the jack, which doesn't help for the kill. Troy Boyle will check that out for you, Brent. My understanding is you can't practice on a green that's going to be used in that day, but I could well be wrong.
So conditions of play say players will be able to practice on the day before the event pending availability of rinks. This is to be arranged with the host venue. All practice on the day of play will be in accordance with Law 4. So we would need to get hold of on the law book.
It just so happens, Troy, I carry around a copy of the law book with me wherever I go.
Oh, I thought you were just happy to see me.
Well, that too, but Law 4.
We're building up a big wall here, and he's got to try and get rid of some of it.
You commentate on the bowls, Sammy. I'll read Law 4, which refers to the bank. So So I don't think that's going to help us too much.
The bank. Trying to put another brick in the wall here. Getting harder. Okay, on the attack. Needs to make a hole for Kylie to be able to get through to. Oh, she wanted to get one of the closer ones out, but still on. You can get a feather off one of those or guts one. What we will do, Rhino, is we'll check with, I think Tony is right in what he's saying, because that was my understanding, but I just thought I read something in the condition of play. We will double check for you, and I'll just send you a message and let you know.
Oh, they're all hard questions for us. Brent Rhino.
Should say he's trying to pick what we have for dinner.
Oh, no chance.
Can she guts this through the jack? She got it on the edge, but she's opened it up.
What does Kelly do? Does she try and put something in to block this again a little further up the green?
Yeah, I always advocate blockers closer to the mat than closer to the head.
Yeah, it's somewhat of an unusual finish, Oren. Agree.
Oh, still a port there for it.
It's annoying, though, in the psyche. Kylie Whitehead last bowled this match.
Oh, she's close, Tony.
She's very close.
Where's it going? Oh, it's going straight back.
Into the ditch.
As we see a jump in the air. It will be the conclusion of our match.
Yeah, the Ovens and Murray team will pick up the final end, but it matters naught. Sandbelt are through. They will take on Eastern Rangers, and as we said earlier, Geelong are through. They will take on the ladies from Yarra in semi-final action from Champions Week here at Bendigo East Bowling Club. Thanks again to the City of Greater Bendigo and, of course, our stream partners in Dandenong Club and Moama Bowls Club. Josh, thank you very much for producing the show. To our two childlike commentators earlier on, JT and Sammy, thank you very much for your time. And to Troisy, Stiffy, Staff, Cartman, Stafford, signing out. We'll see you again next time on BVTV.